What's going on, you guys? My name is Cisco, and with me I have Charlie from Specna Arms.
What's up, everyone?
Today is going to be a very interesting range talk podcast because we do have quite a few Specna Arms guns here, and I have quite a few questions from you, or for you, that we are going to be answering. And Charlie is going live on his Instagram as well. If you want to, make sure plug your social media too. Since I just did it.
Well, I mean, my own social media is like Specna Arms _Charlie, but not that big important. What you should follow is Specna Arms _official on Instagram, because that's where it's at.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we just did our overview of these specific models, but this podcast is going to be going live tomorrow, Wednesday. So we are now officially carrying Specna Arms, guys.
Yes.
Actually really excited about it because Specna Arms is doing a lot in the game, and you guys have been requesting for us to carry them for a minute now, and it's just been really difficult for us because it was overseas and you guys didn't have a set distributor in the US.
Right.
That was the main difficulty that we were trying to overcome, that logistically we couldn't make work out. But now that you guys have a set warehouse out here and are going to be distributing, I'm actually really excited to be carrying you guys' stuff. I've heard many different things, and I only got to play with the trigger. I haven't actually gotten to shoot it.
Right, which we'll be doing later on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Charlie, I do have a few questions, so let's just get into it, shall we?
Sure, go for it.
So I do have both personal questions and questions for Specna Arms, the brand.
Yeah, related.
the company.
Yeah. Right.
So I'll actually start off with some personal questions.
Okay.
First one I have is, how long have you been in the airsoft industry?
Probably, like, working-wise, probably 10 years, so almost a decade. So
10 years, so 2013?
Yeah, roughly.
Damn.
Probably, yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, probably around just airsoft in general, probably looking anywhere from like 12 to 13 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've known about it. So I think that's majority of people in the industry, right?
Yeah. So, and then obviously, like, being as a rep or in the industry itself, probably at least like a decade for sure.
That's crazy.
10 years.
I think I've been with GI. I started late 2015, so I'm coming up on 8 years.
Yeah. It's crazy too, because like, you don't really think about it, because it's like, you know, when you're in it, you just, you know, every year you hit SHOT Show, and then the year starts and everything, and then when you start to kind of slow down and kind of reflect, I'm like, dang, I've been in airsoft for this many years. You know, it like adds up real quick. It's like, dang, it's been this much. That's crazy.
Absolutely. No, I agree to that, because I still feel like when I first started at GI, I was a part-time sales rep in the storefront, and I feel like that wasn't too long ago. Like, I have kind of climbed the position ladder to where I am now. Yeah. But it's all gone by so fast, and me personally, I do think it's, you know, a blessing that I've been able to work in an industry that I really love and
I agree.
Do as a hobby. Right?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah. Same thing with me. It's just, you know, for you know, throughout the years, you know, you've seen people come in and, you know, go out and stuff like that. So for me, definitely lucky that I've been given the opportunity to stay in longer and now work with Specna Arms.
That's so sick, man. I mean, that's crazy, because you've been in 10 years. What was the industry like when you first started?
I mean, really, when I first started, I think around like 2014, there wasn't too much of a presence of the company that I was working for, and I was more of so just trying to help it get more. It was popular, but not to the way where it was before I kind of took over, and so going to events and everything like that, and I just kind of started seeing more players get into the sport, you know, as the years went by, and you know, from looking from the top down, you know, you see players go to certain events, and then, you know, with whether it's an annual show or annual event, you'll see them every so often. But then as they get older, priorities change. So they're not in airsoft. Maybe they're into cars. Maybe they're into trading cards, and then that takes their new hobby. So you kind of see them segment out. But you're usually, like, for me, I'm friends with a lot of them on Facebook still, so you can kind of still stay in contact and see how everyone's doing. So
that's absolutely true. Like, there are plenty of people that I've met that that aren't in the airsoft industry anymore, but I still keep in contact with them just because they're good people. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I mean, social skills people.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely you got to be if you're in marketing, right?
Yeah, so. Absolutely. But I mean, damn. I mean, you've definitely been in the industry longer. I think I have you beat in terms of how long I played. When did you start playing airsoft?
I actually played paintball first, and this was probably 2004.
Okay.
I had what was it? Small Parts Ion. It was like my little go-to marker, and then I actually learned about airsoft when I was working back in the day with a tactical gear company that was local to LA.
Okay.
And that's when I first heard about airsoft, and then just basically kind of got into it. Some of my friends started playing as well, and basically just kind of went from there.
Yeah. Dang, actually, I started in paintball too. I don't even remember when I started paintball. I was really young. Right. I want to say maybe around the 2004 time period too.
Right.
But I discovered airsoft around the same time period though. But airsoft wasn't what I thought it was when I was paintballing, because all I saw were the plastic clear guns that you saw at Walmart.
Right. Big Five.
Yeah. And then going on YouTube, looking up airsoft, and then you see like what is available. At least back then, it was still mind blowing, because there were still like gas blowback pistols available, AEGs, and they look like. Can we show them on the live stream?
Yeah, it's all right.
If
my account gets flagged, it's all good.
Yeah. And get airsoft guns like this, and it was definitely an eye opener. I was like, oh man, that's so cool. And then seeing gameplay videos of like older airsoft accounts, like do you know Scout the Doggy?
Yeah.
Old.
Yeah.
He was the first guy that I saw doing airsoft gameplay on YouTube, and that was back in like 2005, 2006, something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Super old.
Yeah.
Back when YouTube still was the Wild West.
Yeah. With all the crazy bands and all this stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. But then that's crazy. I'm glad to see there is someone who is still well seasoned, taking up the US spot in for Specna Arms.
Yeah, definitely. So we just got our distribution in probably June, I'd say. Like that's when we got our first shipments in. So like that's now getting the word out and getting the brand out. So you're more likely going to be seeing me sometime later in this year. So I'm taking a little bit easy to enjoy the summer, but be well assured that I'll be hitting the ground and running in the fall for sure.
He says that, but this man works hard. He has to work with, is it Gunfire?
Yeah, in Poland, Specna Arms, where we're located in Poland, and then also work with our East Coast dealers, which obviously, so I start working around 5 in the morning, and that way I have some crossover with my colleagues on the
East Coast.
In Poland, and also helping clients on the East Coast as well too. So
that is mad insane. The dedication and work this man puts in. Make sure you follow his personal page. Just show, so you know what he's up to.
Yeah, but I mean, once you get a routine, it's not too bad, you know. So like, definitely the first week or so was a little bit rough, but now I'm kind of used to that schedule now.
I get you. I get that. But we do have quite a few different models.
We do.
And I haven't gotten to test fire them, so I think we're going to go from like your competition AEG and then start moving up. So up first, we do have
the Flex Series.
Flex Series M4. These ones are going to be retailing for under $200. They have the full polymer construction, polymer handguard, which is still very robust, very durable. I've talked about polymer handguards before. I love them. But still completely version 2 compatible, quick change spring system with the 6.03 Type 4 inner barrel and rotary hop-up unit. I should have probably asked this before we started recording. Can I use an 11-1 of these?
You can.
Great, because that's all I had available. So could you put your iPro on?
I will.
Before I start shooting. I'm excited.
Go for it.
Flip up iron sights. Oh, that's snappy.
That's pretty good.
That's actually really nice. And then check the rate of fire. Oh, pretty healthy. Pretty healthy indeed.
And that is just your basic entry-level AEG. So someone that is looking to get into the sport or just having a good backup AEG, this is going to be your go-to AEG for this.
Yeah, and they're going to be starting off at about the $160 range?
Yeah, so we have two different variants, models in our Flex series. So we have one with like a kind of standard URX rail. This one's the M-Lock rail. And I think the URX rail is about $10 cheaper. So you're looking at like 159, I believe.
That's crazy.
And then this one's like 169.
Oh, for the M-Lock rail, honestly, worth the extra $10.
Yeah,
worth the extra $10.
Yeah, for sure. So, great performance out of the box, as you just heard. So,
and being able to accept in level 1, pretty damn nice. So let me get into the next question. This one is going to be a Specna Arms question.
Sure.
And it is, where did Specna Arms start?
So we started back in 2008. And at that time, it was kind of, there was not really a brand that really catered to all the airsoft needs. There was ones that had more of a pro line series or maybe entry level, but they weren't really versatile in terms of what the offering had. So because we saw this need of in the market, we decided to kind of make our own brand and kind of go in hand with our kind of slogan, which is called Your Way of Airsoft. So
I love that.
All our rifles have a quick spring change. They come with a pre-installed M120 spring that's shooting around 380 FPS with the .20. And then also we've included, where is that?
Right here.
We've included a downgrade spring, which is an M90 spring that gets you about 330 FPS shooting at 2.0. So kind of going back with our slogan, you can either play indoor, outdoor, however you like, and then you're able to have that flexibility and versatility.
That's so cool. And again, that your is the mission statement, your slogan, Airsoft your way. That is so that just is a nail in the head to the airsoft, because we all play airsoft different, even though we're all airsofters.
Right.
We all might play a different style or like something specific. And we talked about it during our overview. All the guns being completely aftermarket supported.
Correct.
For parts, you can build it exactly the way you want, which is
exactly. It gives you a lot of customization in how you like to play. So
exactly.
For sure.
I actually love that a lot. Let's actually take some questions from the live stream. I know we've been neglecting you guys. I apologize.
Yeah. Let me see.
What's going on?
Just a lot of folks
coming and going.
Yeah,
it's all love.
Just saying what's up. I rarely go on live on my Instagram, but I always just post stories. So I just wanted to kind of.
Oh, I bet. No worries, for sure. So I mean, that's actually really cool. So 2008, dang, that's crazy, because I don't think I started hearing about Specna Arms until I want to say 2017, 2018.
Yeah, it's definitely been growing a lot in Europe, and I think that's one of the reasons why we decided to come here to the States, because we have such a great market in Europe, and we also sell into Thailand, we sell into Brazil, Chile, Mexico. So it would just kind of made sense for one of the biggest markets in airsoft for us to be here in the U.S.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Business people.
Business.
But no, that's absolutely cool, and I love to see that you guys are getting your products out everywhere, because especially in 2023, it's so difficult for companies to try and expand across their normal market.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, that's always challenging with any business, whether it's airsoft or whatever. Scaling your business is going to be always a challenge, and if you don't know the market, but we definitely did our homework, and obviously with me being on board, it helps kind of push the brand. And
Specna, I'm just saying, I think Charile was the best move.
Thanks, man. But yeah, no, so I think it just kind of worked hand in hand together, and I've known the guys for several years now, because I usually go to IWA, the trade show in Germany, which is kind of like the equivalent of SHOT Show, but for the European market. So I've always I've met the guys, I've known the brand, so it wasn't something that I just jumped in not knowing anything about.
Yeah,
so
that's cool. That's so damn dope. All right, getting into the next question. We're going back
Fire away.
Yeah, personal question again. What changes have you seen over the years that you like about airsoft as a whole?
That is a good question. I like how it's getting more popular with the community. There's new players coming in. Of course, there's always going to be that, ratio where there's more, maybe more players leaving, and because the priorities, like I said before. But I think generally speaking, I see a bunch of new players coming in, which is a good, healthy sign for the industry as a whole. For obviously you and me to keep a job as well too, right? So that's always a plus. But also innovation. I've seen not only with Specna Arms but with other companies provide innovation to help players come in and get attracted for more realism or competitive shooting. So that's always nice to see as a whole, as an industry, because if it helps the whole industry grow.
I do understand that. I see what you're talking about, because when I started, I think it was at about the period where older players were starting to kind of just fall back a little bit.
Right.
And then we see like the new, I don't want to say new generation, but the next wave of players like start coming in. But we always see newer players coming in like every day, wondering about it. And that's, something that's always my goal, is to try to get word about Airsoft out everywhere.
Right,
and,
right.
Like something that I've always said, I want Airsoft to be as big as paintball was back in like, I don't know, between 2004 and 2007.
Like during its peak, where everybody was like talking about paintball. Right?
Exactly. Like I wanted to be kind of like a household name. Like when people say paintball, majority of people know, like, oh, I know what that is.
Right.
I want Airsoft to be that.
Yeah.
And I think, even though like we do see some of the slow times and the change in audience, I do think Airsoft is still growing. And what you said about people getting into like competition shooting, I saw that a lot back in 2020 when people were locked up.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. So there's like nothing to do. You get cabin fever. You want to go do something.
Yeah. No, it's actually crazy, because during that time we did see a good amount of competition shooters like actually come out and be like, no, I actually do use Airsoft to train with. Even though it's not a one-to-one specific like comparison, it's still something that they can use when they don't have time to go to the range, to still, work on the muscle manipulation, still do like just the mechanics of it, which is really cool. And especially with Airsoft guns nowadays, especially like gas blowback scene, they can get somewhat a one-to-one manipulation of the gun as well. Right.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think it's very, you see it more nowadays where it's, I think, I forgot when it was, I remember when like 22 was very expensive just for like plinking. It was like $50 a box basically.
Stupid.
And what I saw was a lot of like just regular shooters that just love to go to the range just to shoot would use Airsoft as a, training device, and basically would, instead of shooting 22 in the backyard or at the range, they would just pick up an Airsoft gun and just use that for.
When he says backyard, he means the people that have a lot of land that are
not in California, that's for sure. Like
they're able to do that legally.
Yeah,
definitely not in California.
yeah, definitely not. And I don't think there will ever be a situation like that, unfortunately. But more reason to move out to Texas or in the Midwest, where you have a big plot of land where you can easily do that in the backyard, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, no, definitely. Another question, going back to the Specna Arms list, is what is Specna Arms' mission statement and goals? And we already kind of talked about the mission statement. Well, not mission statement, but your slogan, Airsoft Your Way.
Right.
So what do you think the goal for Specna Arms is as a whole?
Yeah, so I mean, for our kind of going back to our slogan and just going back to the way that we started as a company, it was more of identifying things that are not there in the marketplace and helping that bring that to the table for players to choose, whether it's a 9mm carbine AEG or a performance straight out of the box, like the Edge 2.0 series that has a pre-installed gate aster, flat hop, high torque motor, or for a budget friendly that you saw earlier, shooting the gun, very snappy, good response, and we'll have a good longevity on that. So we definitely try to keep this in as our core mission statement and the way that we kind of come up with products in the future. So This is what you can expect from us, is always having something for everybody.
That's dope. And I respect that a lot, because there are some manufacturers out there, not manufacturers, but there are some names that'll just make airsoft guns to make them and sell. Right. They don't really have the airsofter in mind
Right.
at the end of the day.
Right.
Because I mean, so I don't know if you've ever heard this, but I'd say we saw like a statistic somewhere that like maybe like 80% of people who own airsoft guns aren't airsofters. They don't play airsoft. They do like backyard plinking and stuff like that. Yeah. So but even with what you guys are doing, that goes a long way for them as well. So they don't have to worry about, you know, their gun breaking over like a set amount of time. You guys are offering something reliable and readily available, especially at the prices. Like all of these, even the higher performing airsoft guns are really good, like cost. Like you get so much value out of it. It's really insane. Speaking of which, I want to get into the next one, which is going to be the Edge model.
Correct. Okay.
So we talk about off screen. Is it technically just the Edge, not the Edge 1.0?
Yeah, I mean, you can either say it's like, you can swap out either Edge series or Edge 1.0. I personally just say 1.0 just to know that we're not talking about the Edge 2.0.
Okay.
So, but typically the Edge series is a whole series in itself.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the Edge series or the 1.0. Like I said before in the video it does have a pre-installed gate XASR MOSFET in there. Also, I think this is a card. It comes with a troubleshooting card as well. Put that up there so you guys can try to focus that. Maybe not so well, but it's here. So yeah, great performance. The Edge series do come with a full metal receiver and rail as well. Rotary hop up. It comes with the 6.03 type roll barrel. Comes with rotary hop up. I think I might have said that right. And then it does come with two 125 round mid cap magazines.
Very nice.
And also either an angled grip or a vertical grip, depending on the model that you pick.
And I gotta say, it's actually really nice. Do you guys sell these accessories individually?
We do, yeah. And this is our own in-house design, so this is very unique to our brand itself.
It's actually really comfortable. Like it's like something about like angle grips that really like irk me is that they're really like thick. They feel girthy in the hand. And adding that on top of the rail, it feels like too much. But with this being really slim and it's metal, like it's super clean. Could I get you to put your iPro on?
Yes, yes. I was gonna say, I was gonna put this on because it looks like you're about to shoot. So
oh yes. Oh, super snappy.
Nice.
Yes, and then the rate of fire. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can spam that all day. But it does have the Gate XASR out of the box, which is really interesting. Why the XASR originally?
So something to know is that Specna Arms is actually 2 hours away from Gate in Poland. So we actually just partner up with them, and in a way to kind of differentiate the different series, we decided to put the XASR in the Edge series, and then we beefed up the Edge 2.0 with the Gate Astra in there too. To offer more variety of products that Gate has and into our product line as well.
I'm actually really excited to shoot that. But other features, what we already noted, of course, full metal receiver and rail, the included vertical grip or angled grip. Does have the flip up polymer sights, which is very nice. 6.03 inner barrel, we're just hopping in a quick change spring system.
Correct.
We did mention about the two mags, right?
Right.
These are the S mags from Specna Arms, and I gotta say they are mighty tasty. Very well, like it's not like an overly aggressive texturing, but it's enough to get a good
feel on it.
Grip on it.
Yeah.
Pretty damn nice.
And or something also to note is that we also have license for Rock River Arms. So depending on the models, you'll have that engraving on the lower receiver. And then also along with the vertical or angled grip that you see in front, we also have our own design, which is called the heavy op stock, which is here, which will kind of have a bigger capacity to put fatter batteries in there for longer play. So you pretty much just play with one battery all day.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that too. For this stock, what was it called again?
The heavy op stock.
Heavy op stock. Is this available on all the Edge?
No, it's gonna be only available on the newer models. So there's gonna be a different variance in terms of what models are available in the Edge series, and this one will be with this model itself.
Okay, sweet. Damn. Honestly, you guys need to sell this individually too.
Yeah, we will.
Fat. Like it. Honestly, I really like it because it because of how long it is, the buffer tube ends right about here.
Right.
So it puts it at about like the 1 or 2 position, which is pretty comfortable for me for my length of pull. So those of you guys that like to already run the stock out a little bit, this will give you a like cleaner look, but still be comfortable for you. So pretty damn nice. And then these ones we're going to retail for
yeah, around probably like 250 to 280.
Yeah,
so
that's
not bad.
Absolutely great.
Yeah.
He's playing it down. It's absolutely great, especially with the Gate X ASR.
Right.
What a mouthful. So you do get some insurance, I guess you would say, for the airsoft gun. Like the MOSFET, it's not like super crazy like the Aster, but it does provide a better electricity flow for the gun itself, and it will increase the longevity.
Yeah, and we didn't want to just make our own MOSFET in there, because I know some companies will have it, and we rather just partner with a company that knows what they're doing, and they have a good reputation in the industry. So that's why we just stuck with Gate and just put their MOSFET in there, because it's been tried and tested by a lot of players. And it seems like a general good consensus of what they like. So
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Whenever we talk about aftermarket MOSFETs, Gate is 99.9% of the time the MOSFET that is recommended out of someone's mouth.
Right. So it just made sense for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And again, that it's like $100 price difference between the Flex and the Edge
series.
And the Edge series,
right,
to get the full metal receiver and the MOSFET. I think that's actually a banger of a deal. Yeah, super crazy. All right, going down the list, where are we at now? We are on question number 3 for personal. Oh, this is actually a good one. What is your current airsoft gun that's your primary?
Actually, since now that I work for Specna, I'm definitely running the Edge 2.0, just because out of the box, I really don't have to do anything or even have a tech work on my guns. It's great out of the box, and it gives me the good range. If I'm playing a milsim game, it gives me the perfect range with maybe 3.2 BBs, shooting players just really good downrange.
Very nice.
Can we show this to our VVIP?
What's going on, brother? Yeah, by all means. You want to come in? So this is actually.
Wanted to say hi. Hey, Charlie. This is my good customer.
How you doing, Charlie? Nice to meet you.
He sells IPAs.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah,
cool.
So if we're really gonna do that ending thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, ending is down.
Okay, gotcha.
Show him that.
Yeah. So this is the Specna Arms Edge 2.0. So I was just talking about it right now. So these actually, this one's a 2.0 as well. So these have the Gate Aster already installed out of the box, flat hop.
It is.
That is actually crazy. I don't think any gun comes with a flat hop out of the box, which is actually a huge improvement.
Right.
6.03 inner barrel, rotary style hop up unit, the 22 TPA motor.
Correct, high torque motor.
Yep. And this particular model, the one that Brewer's actually holding, has the what do you call that quick change spring system?
It's called our ESA2. Easy spring access. And then the 2 is just our Gen 2. Okay. So it's a toolless quick spring change. So typically what you find in some brands is that you have to just remove the stock and then you just get the tool. This one is actual toolless. You just twist it off and it automatically comes off. So it's So
actually I do want to try this out. Just so I know how to tell people otherwise. I did have quite the thickest battery in there.
And it still fits in there, so.
Oh yeah, absolutely, with that crane stock. But okay, so I don't even need to remove the stock, right?
Yeah, just remove it.
So I could just twist this?
Right.
Do I need a wrench?
Maybe, it might be a little bit stiff.
Oh, it's a little too stiff. I'm weak. I need my grip
I mean, once it loosens it up, you can probably just get it with your
there
hand.
We go.
Yeah.
Okay,
or if you're strong like Cisco,
boldness.
You can just do it with your hands. But sometimes it might be a little bit stiff. Others have.
So you just unscrew it and then does it unscrew all the way, or?
Yeah, just rotate it off.
Oh, so you push in and rotate it. Oh, okay.
So now you just twist this off to access the spring, and you're pretty much set to go.
So is this the spring guide?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's actually crazy. Huh. Wait, so interesting. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm going to.
So go ahead, just show. You're already this far. You might as well show everyone.
I might as well.
Yeah, right.
So I got to be careful though, because I know spring guides like to shoot out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold this as tightly as I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm scared. I've had.
Or maybe I should put my iPro just in case. You know.
I've built too many airsoft guns where I wasn't holding the spring guide tight, and it's flown across the room.
Really?
So.
Well, luckily you wear glasses, so you don't have to worry about.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So interesting. So is this I'm assuming this is all one unit, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. So, I mean, it is metal. It does have the ball bearing on there to help increase the longevity. The spring guide is very rarely a failure point for a gearbox, but if this were to fail, is this available?
For replacement, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Right. Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. But this is actually crazy. Yeah, literally just, so that is so easy.
And then if you want downgrade, or it comes with the downgrade spring, and swap it out and you're good to go play indoors. So once you have this down, you're probably doing it in under 45 seconds to change it out. So really easy. So this is a nice feature that is only available in the Edge 2.0 series.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this ever. I have seen like this style where you still need to remove the buffer tube with like a long screwdriver.
Right, yeah.
But this is so easy. This is, wow, is this patented? Y'all need to like open this up or get paid for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if this was available on a lot of airsoft guns, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So then reinstalling it, there are notches that you line up.
Right. And then you just rotate it just like how you twist it off, and basically you're good to go.
Okay, so I just want to be careful with it.
Yeah.
So slide that in. Oh, the wiring. Again, this is my first time, guys. Don't hate me. Okay.
But yeah, so while he's dealing with that, if you're a little interested in this specific Edge 2.0 series, the price point is going to be about $379. So, and then keep in mind, you also get the 2 extra magazines and the downgrade spring. So very, very good value out of the box for the Edge 2.0. And once he gets it set up, we're going to probably test fire, because I'm sure that's going to be the next thing you want me to do, and then have me put my iPro on. So we'll definitely put these bad boys on.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely get the bumping rate of fire as well. Dang, that's actually crazy. So okay, so the difference between the Edge 2.0 and the original Edge line is the MOSFET. The motor's different too, or is it the same?
It's different.
It's different. Right. Okay. So this. This one is the 22 TP.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely shows.
Yeah. So biggest difference is between the 2.0 and the regular 1 series. Or I mean, the 1.0 series is that the motor that Cisco just described. Then also you have the gate Aster installed in this, whereas the 1.0 has the XASR MOSFET.
Yep.
This one also has a pre-installed flat hop, which will give you exceptional range out of the box.
Yes.
And those are kind of like the biggest 3 features. Both series are wired to Deans, which is great.
But with the Aster, I think.
One note before I forget is that this has that nice quick spring change versus the traditional quick spring change. So yeah.
Oh man, this is actually crazy. And you said the retail price earlier was
$379.
$379. Yep. That's insane with the gate Aster pre-installed, and we mentioned it in the overview, but I don't think we mentioned it here. What was the trigger called?
So it's called our solar trigger.
Solar trigger.
Yeah. So basically, it works 100% with the Aster unit. So that way, it eliminates any of the light sensitivity issues that the Aster might be known for.
Yep.
And that way, you're not going to be worrying about that issue whatsoever with our trigger.
That's super sick.
And we Gate helped us with this trigger to design it and kind of with the unit itself. So that's why the compatibility is so good on it.
That's super sick. And on top of that, with the Aster, you do get the active braking and all of the programmability of the Aster as well. And it's all done through the trigger, right? You don't need to...
Yeah, you can do it in the trigger, or you can buy the Blue Link adapter.
Yep.
That will do wirelessly with your phone.
Yeah, with the app.
And which is nice too, because if you download the app, once you load up the Gate app on your phone, you're able to see actual Specna Arms logo in the Gate app to further verify that we are in cooperation with Gate, and this is registered as a Specna Arms with the app itself.
That's super sick.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's dope. On top of that, it does, I believe you can use it with the regular USB link with their desktop software.
Correct, yes. Yeah. You can do that too.
Hey, you get all the benefits of the Aster without having to buy it and install it yourself or pay someone else to install it.
Very true.
And a solid gun with the flat hop, with that crazy quick chain spring system.
And 2 magazines.
And 2 mags. And
the grip.
And the iron sights with the full metal. And I gotta say, the Chaos Bronze, this bronze is nice, man. Oh, dude. At 370, this is actually really insane. It puts a lot of airsoft guns in not hot water, but it's a really big competitor.
We're definitely creeping up on them for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about it off screen, like I did my MGC4. I might have to work with you guys.
No, for sure. Yeah.
This is actually really insane, especially at that price point. Because especially for other high-end guns that are full metal with, they're not even the same features, but something that they would have equivalent, like an ETU, would be like $400 to $500, and they're not at this level.
Right.
So it's actually pretty insane. I'm actually really impressed with this.
Thank you.
Oh, damn. Oh, man. Okay, so let me set this down before and stop oohing and ahhing and get back to the questions.
Okay, for sure.
All right, so let's see here. Okay, so next question, Specna Arms question. Now that Specna Arms is set up in the US, what can we expect, or can we expect to see a lot more models from your catalog?
Yeah, so currently we do offer around over 150 different types of SKUs. Yeah. We know that's overwhelming, so what we're probably going to be doing, we'll definitely bring in some AKs.
Okay.
And we're going to offer like an entry-level AK, and then also more of our Edge 2.0. So even the Edge 2.0 AKs and the J series, which is our AK series, will have the Gate Aster inside. Also, they're going to be collapsible stock, so you'll be able to have a really quick spring change system in there to really change the, whether it's indoor or outdoors as well too. So that's something coming out this fall, and and then we're considering about bringing other SKUs, but we're going to just kind of see what the market says, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that's what you can expect from us for the rest of the year.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. So the AKs, you said the J series?
Correct, yeah.
Are going to have the Aster as well?
Right, the high-end ones, like the Edge 2.0s.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and you did say that you're going to be bringing in some competition AKs.
Right. So it's kind of similar to like the Flex series, like the price point being under like $200, just something that kind of for an entry-level player that just wants a simple basic AK with all the crazy rads and stuff like this. But for the hardcore, guys that are playing like Milsim West or something like that wants like a really good performing AK, I think the J Series 2.0 will be what they're looking at.
Damn, that's actually crazy. Do you know what those are going to retail for?
Probably the same price as the M4s, or a little bit more affordable, maybe in the sub 300s.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
so don't quote me on it yet. We're still working on pricing, but you'll definitely find out in a couple months from now.
That's crazy. Okay, so impromptu question: do you guys plan on making gas blowback guns by chance?
I can't say just yet. We're working on certain things. Maybe at SHOT Show, which is in January of next year, we might announce something. So,
okay,
yeah. Hopefully you'll be there. So if there's some news, I
can get first hand on it.
Exactly.
Oh, that'd be super dope. Make sure you guys follow them. Okay. Let's just knock out all these questions because there are quite a few. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Next question, personal question is: how often do you get to play, and where do you like to play?
I don't play as often as I'd like, just because there's so much going on, especially with launching the distribution. So at the moment, I don't play. But obviously, just being pretty close to Tac City, I go down there. Everyone plays there, and then sometimes maybe Project N1. But like I said, I haven't played in a couple months now.
Dang, that does suck. I understand that the last time I got to play was actually a couple months ago too, when I flew out to Texas for our BB Wars event. you know, we just adults. We're grown.
Yeah.
You know, we have responsibilities. This man's working the whole distribution on the U.S. side.
Yeah.
So it's to be expected, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, how often would you like to go play?
At least like once a month.
Okay.
You know, if I get a chance to. But sometimes what also does help is when I have to fly and attend like a Milsim game, then I knock out 2 birds with 1 stone because I get to go there for work. But when everyone's playing, I get to kind of tear down the booth and then go play and have fun. So it has this cost, you know, like ups and downs. So
I get that.
But sometimes depending also how much I want to bring will also dictate whether I want to play or not. Because if you're in LA going through TSA and everything is such a headache in itself, where other places I've gone, they're like, oh yeah, Airsoft, yeah, you don't have to check in. But usually LAX is always very strict on that. And there's so many regular like rules and things you have to go there. So if I have to sometimes show up maybe like 2.5 hours or 3 hours early just to check in my Airsoft rifle, and then obviously with the LA traffic too. So
no, actually that's crazy because one of our moderators in our Discord in our live stream, High Fidelity, he flew in from Hawaii to NorCal to play our BB Wars at US Airsoft World. And he told me that like he had like TSA locks on his like gun case and everything, but it was like they just let me check it in, like just a regular check-in gun. I was like, what? That's actually crazy. So another question for you is how difficult is it to travel with Airsoft?
It's not that difficult. What I would say is just be prepared for people not knowing their own policy, because every airline is different, and even at different cities, they have different rules within their policies. Okay. Like their own SOPs, basically. Yep. And so if you already know going in, knowing that there's probably going to be a mix-up or they're going to have to tell you this or that, then it's not that big of a deal. But if you're like, well, I didn't have to check it in this city, why am I doing this? Then it's going to take longer, because then they have to call the supervisor to double check, you know, because now you're contradicting them and they don't want to make a mistake. And especially with it's Airsoft, some of them will treat it as a real firearm. Some of them will just treat it as a toy, and they're like, yeah, you don't have to check it in like that one person from Hawaii. So it's a lot of it
prepare for the worst.
Exactly. That's what I always that's what I have the mindset of. It's just like, prepare for the worst. Don't take anything for granted. Even if you tell them the policy, they will have to still verify, you know, with their own supervisor. So just be prepared for that.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, as an employee that works for a company, if someone that doesn't work for the company tells me something, I'm like, I'm gonna need to verify that.
Yeah, and also too with the locks too, because I mean, some of them will say you need to have like a padlock where it needs to be like a key, and then another airline's like, oh, it needs to be a TSA approved lock, because if there's something wrong and they have to open your case, they have to open with the TSA approved lock. And then if you have a padlock, then they'll put you on the PA like, hey, you know, passenger ABC come down to terminal whatever to, you know, get checking your bag. And that's what I've heard too as well.
Oh, really? Yeah. Have you ever run into that?
No, thankfully. So
well, hopefully you guys don't have to.
Well, I mean, I think this is like,
where's the one?
I know, right?
I mean, I'm fairly sure you've traveled for years now, so you're very familiar with it. Yeah. Whenever I have had to go out of state or somewhere far away, we typically ship things out ahead of time. We work in conjunction with like the field or whoever. Right. Just to not have to worry about it going through like
everything and
airplanes and stuff.
Yeah.
Super crazy. Dang, that's so nutty, man. I wish I get to travel as much as you do. This man internet worldwide over here, bro.
I know.
Okay, next question. Oh, this is actually a really good one. Specna Arms question. Why do you think Specna Arms became so popular with the Airsoft community?
I think kind of going back to the essence on why we started the brand, the company, is because we saw that void that no other manufacturer was doing at that time, and just cater to airsofters and the community as a whole. And I think that kind of really appealed to the players, because at that time they're like, wow, this company's actually listened to us. We asked for this and now they're implementing it. So I think that's what really helped us get traction and kind of momentum in Europe. And even now with the US market, like for example, something that we were probably going to be implementing pretty soon, just because we got some feedback. I know in the previous stream we mentioned that the Flex and the Core series have Tamiya, wired to Tamiya, and then the edge shooters are wired to Deans.
Yep.
But more likely, we're probably going to be changing the flex and the core to Deans as well, just because I think that's becoming a standard in the U.S. and I think players enjoy that straight out of the box.
Yeah, absolutely. We, us at not Airsoft GI, I can't say that, but me and the guys as players, we always tell companies to do Deans.
Right.
It's the better connector. It'll prevent like burnouts and stuff. Just a failure point. You're just eliminating it from the airsoft gun.
Right.
So that's actually really cool to see. And I do respect that you guys are listening to the players and taking that feedback, because that's something that like we do as a retail store. We hear back from the customers. I think we're kind of like the front line because we sell the products, right?
Right.
And any problems that we hear, we take in and then we'll report it to the company. And some companies, like just the advice will just fall on deaf ears.
Yeah.
And when companies like you guys are able to take that and see how to improve, make changes, make it better, it is a really good sign that you guys are really just looking out for not just airsoft as a whole, but the player themselves. And with the fact that you guys offer like the 1-year warranty, I think really does emphasize that message too, that you guys are really looking out for every airsofter out there, which is super cool.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think this has been part of our core mission statement from the beginning, and why we decided to create Specna Arms and just provide this value and this type of flexibility and versatility for players. And obviously with the future, we're definitely going to see, what what voids are still there. And so if you have any questions or, things that might be something that we can look into, let us know in the comments below. And that way, maybe next year we might come out with a new model or some new features. Hey, I like this. Why don't you guys upgrade this or that? I'm always up for suggestions. So.
Yeah, dude, that's dope. You heard from the man. Dude, this man right here, and he can cook.
Yeah.
And he got a big. No,
hey.
No, that's actually super cool because, again, there are companies out there that are just making airsoft guns, and they're not really looking at the market. They're just seeing it as they're treating it as a business, which I can't fault them for that.
Right.
And there are still a lot of companies. Well, not a lot of companies, but there are companies out there that treat it like that. And just having your feet on the ground and actually hearing the feedback, taking it in is just. I think that puts you above a lot of other manufacturers out there that don't do that. So,
right.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
No, I mean we definitely like to be transparent and let people know, hey, this is what we're working on. What do you guys think? Always take market research and feedback from customers. So for sure.
Oh yeah, I love that because we're transparent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. Honestly, during our live streams and stuff, I'll have the boss on, and sometimes he's letting out information. I'm like, I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but he's the boss, so I'm not going to say nothing about it.
I
was like, hey,
he pays me,
No, here's because of course there's a business and there's industry secrets and stuff,
right,
and confidential stuff that isn't supposed to be talked about, but everything that we can talk about, we do. And,
right.
And that you guys are transparent.
I mean, if there's no NDAs, then I guess it's free for all, right?
Exactly, right? But that's super cool. Right. I love that too because even just being honest, because something that I've seen is with over the past couple of years with the supply. What do I call it? Just the issues with supplying airsoft guns, manufacturing and stuff.
Gotcha.
A lot of companies weren't giving us updates on ETAs or delays and stuff. So when they give us a new product and they say, "Oh, the pre-order is this date," okay, cool. Date comes around. Hey, what happened? Where's it at? We didn't get an update.
Right.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
And then a month or two later, oh, it's here. Where were you?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm glad to see that you're holding up the standard of the airsofter in mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
All right. Next question. I think we only have a few left. So back to Specna Arms question. Last one. What do you think makes Specna Arms special?
Special, I think. I feel like I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but I really think it's just our vast product line that we have. I mean, not in the U.S. for now, but I mean, in Europe, we do definitely have over 150 SKUs.
See, that's crazy. We're showing these 4 models here. These are just the highlights of what they actually offer. Excluding the core series. The core series is pretty much the Flex series with the
metal handguard.
Right. But you have the core, the Flex, the Edge, and the Edge 2.0.
Right.
And this is only 4 models out of everything.
4 series.
Yeah, 4 series. You have the AKs as well,
which is the J series, and then under that series there might be like different different models as well too.
Yeah.
So it definitely gets expanded pretty quickly. So but yeah, no, offering really giving an offering to players the way that they want to play and how they want to play, whether they're playing mil sims, speed soft, casual play, you know, anything like that, you're catered to that because we have something for you. And I think that's basically kind of like what's made Specna Arms, you know, the way it is.
They just, again, thinking about you guys. I honestly, I think what you said, being that like a dead horse, is accurate.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: when you're being genuine about it and you're laying it all out on the table,
right?
You know, it's just repeating yourself. It's like, why do you do this? Because we want to.
Well, I mean, we listen to customers, and you know, I think that this is why we've been so successful in Europe, and you know, kind of following similar models that we did in Europe. I think the U.S. players will find that, you know, Specna Arms is a good brand and has really good quality, great performance, great warranty, good customer service, and I think these attributes will definitely showcase in the next year or so once you know, the brand awareness starts kind of going out more and people are knowing about Specna Arms.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you guys pretty much hit the ground running. You said you guys got your first shipment a couple months ago.
Yeah, well, last month actually, in June.
Last month. See, not even a month ago, and like already like we're starting to get them in, and you guys are starting to like get them out everywhere else. So it's super cool. And again, I mentioned earlier, Charlie wakes up at like 3 a.m. So he could work with the guys in Poland. He could work with the East Coast guys, and just put in work, which is super cool. All right, I do think I have one last question. And this is a personal question, but ties into Specna. What are your personal goals with Specna Arms, and where do you see Specna Arms going in the next few years?
Yeah, so part of my goal for Specna Arms is, of course, you know, like you mentioned just earlier, is that I hit the ground running. There might not be that much visibility on Specna Arms, but I feel that in the, you know, for the rest of the year and going into next year, my goal is just to kind of create more brand awareness. And the long-term goal is just really paying attention to you guys when I go to events or even on a live stream or on any videos on what you think we should be doing as a company to make our product better, to give you guys a better playing experience. And I think this is what our focus is in the future, to make our products even better from what they already are, which is, I mean, kind of hard to do already, but if we can make it somehow, you know, if we can make it happen and make sure that it's affordable for you guys, I think it's going to be a win-win for everyone. So.
You good? Boys dropping mags over here.
I know. Buttery fingers. You know?
I know. But I do respect that. I mean, what you said, you don't think there's enough eyes. Honestly, from what I've seen, you guys do have a good audience. I don't want to say fan base, but I would say you guys are fairly well known. I mean, to the point where we're still getting asked when we're carrying Specna Arms. But I think what you did say, just getting more exposure out, I think specifically in the U.S. market is going to be key. Because, prior to you guys, it was really difficult to get Specna Arms.
Right.
In the U.S., unless you ordered overseas or from, like, I think Canada might have had it. Some Canada store, you know.
Right, yeah.
But that's cool. I mean, I don't know. There's so many other questions that I probably shouldn't ask you on camera. It might be like, hey, what kind of... No, I'm not going to ask them that.
Offline questions. Like...
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, guys. When you work in the industry, you see a lot of the back end stuff. And it's not that it's not interesting, but it's just like, hey, how do you do a specific thing?
Right.
That might be just monotonous for you guys. But I'm glad to see that, again, Specna Arms is coming out. I want to know. I asked them earlier if they're going to be releasing any gas blowback stuff. But I'm trying to think if there are any other impromptu questions off the top of my head. Actually, we did not get to test fire this model. So this is actually a newer model.
Yes, the X series.
The X series. So this is their pistol caliber carbine. This is a part of the Edge 2.0 line. Obviously using the 9mm magazine.
Correct.
So this is compatible with the G&G and Classic Army pistol caliber carbine magazines.
Right.
So that's actually pretty
And
sick.
you can use our magazines as well in their receivers as well too. So if you see our magazines, which are much double the capacity of like for example the G&G, these are 120. I believe the Classic Armies are 120 as well too.
I think they're 120.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for these, they'll fit in those mag wells as well too. So it gives you a little bit better firing power out of the box rather than reloading every 60 rounds. So,
no, that's something about my G&G mags that I hate.
Yeah.
Honestly, the G&G mags don't feed that well either, but
that's another topic.
that's a whole other topic.
Another podcast. We can go into that.
But this is the duotone black and tan, and then you guys do have the all black model as well. It does have the gate aster, the solar trigger.
Correct.
Solar trigger. 6.03 inner barrel, rotary saw hop up unit. Is this flat hop?
Correct, it is.
Flat hopped as well, 22 TPA motor. The only, besides the magazine, the only external difference is that because the PDW stock, it doesn't have this.
Right, the little twist off, the ESA2.
Yeah, ESA2. I'm gonna need to remember that. Yeah. That is such a sick feature. That's absolutely insane. Yeah. But let's give it a test fire. Oh, snappy. Oh yeah, it's literally just the Edge 2.0, same performance. Hold on, I just need it. I don't have the fastest trigger finger.
Yeah,
but
you can also program it to be more responsive too. So, you know.
So this isn't like max settings?
No, it just comes stock.
No, that's actually crazy. Yeah. So you can actually tune like the active braking and probably do the pre-cocking and stuff as well.
Exactly.
Which is pretty sick. Damn, that's absolutely nutty. And I gotta say, your receiver on your X series is really clean.
Yeah, it's our own in-house design that we made to kind of more of like a billet style.
Functioning bolt catch.
Yep, and you also have ambidextrous controls, selector lever as well. So for your left-hand players, we thought about you guys because you guys are people too.
I think, okay, hold on. This is my gripe. I think this is kind of a cop-out saying that. Yeah.
True.
No, but I do understand. It is ambidextrous. Left-handed friendly, which is really cool. The nice Specna Arms trades on there. Yeah, this billet style receiver is actually really clean. I do like the design of it. So, actually, question: would you be able to swap the receiver with like a regular Edge 2.0 M4?
It should, because it's just a version 2 gearbox.
Oh snap!
Yeah. Damn,
that's sick. So you can actually just build it out however you want.
Basically.
But something that we did talk about during our overview is that all of the Specna Arms lines are aftermarket compatible.
Correct.
Which is super cool because there are some manufacturers out there that might have a proprietary ETU.
Yeah.
That's made specific for the gun, which makes it
harder to upgrade or fix.
Yeah. Or impossible.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do really like that. And that just ties into their mission statement or their slogan. Airsoft your way.
Your way of airsoft.
Your way of airsoft, my bad. Yeah. Boaz made the slide comment. He's like, you guys are like the Burger King airsoft.
Hey, maybe that might be a new patch coming out.
Hey, yo, actually, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually really sick. So why did you guys go for the 9mm platform?
Just because we just see there's a market for that, and just something different to cater to the Speedsoft community, and yeah, just figured something else besides a M4, maybe a 9mm.
Yeah, and this is new. This only came out like
a couple months ago.
Yeah, this is crazy. Honestly, and this is your first version of a 9mm?
Correct.
Yo, that's actually sick. Are you guys planning on doing a flex series of it?
Maybe.
Oh,
maybe. You will see soon.
That's actually pretty sweet. Dang, man, that's so sick. Oh man, I wanted to shoot these more.
I know. Well, I'll leave these for you, and I'll take off, and you can have the whole day.
You are a blessing.
I know. I do my best.
I appreciate you so much. But all right, I think that's all the questions. Did you have anything that you wanted to note about Specna Arms or yourself?
Yeah, I mean, just if you guys are more interested in the product, go to our official website, which is specnaarms.com. Follow us on Instagram, which is specnaarms_official. And then for Facebook, just search Specna Arms, and then you'll find us right there. And these are going to be, actually, they are available already at airsoftgi.com. So if you're interested, by all means,
yes,
do your plug.
We are getting them in. By the time this podcast goes live, I'm not sure if it will be listed. I'm going to do my damn hardest to get it listed, though.
If not, put in the comments, hurry up, Cisco. It's his fault, right?
I know.
Yeah.
We will get them listed ASAP, though. You can definitely check in the description for the link on these. Charlie, thank you again for coming.
No worries,
through,
man. Thanks for having me again.
I appreciate you. This man works hard. Go get some sleep, bro.
I will. It's my bedtime already.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. Make sure you go follow Charlie and Specna Arms on all the social media platforms. And we'll see you guys later.
All right. See you guys.
Peace, y'all.